Captain's on his way.
We have to find Wagner before he gets rid of that doll.
Monk, I don't understand.
Here's what happened. Before he left, Wagner must have gone to Joanne's house. He drugged her, but not enough to kill her. Just enough to knock her out for a couple of days. Then he built a machine, a murder machine. A machine that would hang her on Wednesday, long after he was gone.
What kind of machine?
A garage door opener. He left her there, drugged, probably tied up, and then took off into space with the whole world watching.
Mr. Monk, what are you doing?
I don't know.
They're at ramp 2. He's handling the missile.
No. Those are missiles. They could be nuclear weapons.
Then stop me, for the love of God.
I don't understand. She died on Wednesday. How did he activate the machine?
It was so simple, it was brilliant. He used a remote control. He taped it or glued it down so it stayed on. Then he put the remote control inside one of those dolls. Then he mailed it to her own house. Second-day mail.
Second-day mail? Wednesday morning.
Exactly. It was like a time bomb. The mailman delivered the remote control, put it on the front porch. On the other side of that door, she was being strangled.
Oh my God. But they found her in the living room.
After he landed, Wagner went back to her house. He dismantled the machine and moved her body into the other room. It was a perfect plan, except for one thing. The doll was missing. He must have panicked. He went back there again today to find it. He knows that remote can tie him to the murder. His fingerprints are all over it. Excuse me.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, nice ride.
Hi, listen, we're looking for Steve Wagner.
He may be on the flight line. I think they just cleared him for takeoff.
Great, we'd love to watch. Which way?
You can't miss him. He's in the brand new FA-22.
Yeah, hi. Hello again. Could you settle a bet? My friend and I were wondering if somebody could drop anything out of the cockpit of an FA-22. Of course, I say no way.
Of course you can.
Like what?
Japanese doll.
About this big.
Well, there's an airlock, like a chute, to drop flares and emergency transmitters.
I owe you. Go figure.
Thank
That's
you.
unbelievable. You win that one.
Hey, wait a second. Hey, where's your escort?
Just go. Just
Hey,
go.
Where you going?
away from the jet. Please step away from the jet.
San Francisco Police Department! That's my man out there!
Face your weapons, stand down! I say again, face your weapons, stand down!
Mr. Kloster, the district attorney's office and Captain Stottlemeyer would like to exhume the body of your first wife. I've read their application. They've listed a number of similarities between the two cases. Your first wife, Tatiana Bay Kloster, was in her 30s, apparently healthy, and died from a sudden and severe cardiac event. She, too, was heavily insured. Captain Stottlemeyer and Mr. Monk have been to Pacifica. They've spoken to some of your old neighbors, and a few of them remember you had oleander plants in your garden 15 years ago. I'm convinced there's a clear and unique pattern of behavior. I am going to grant this petition. Your first wife's body will be exhumed first thing tomorrow. And let me warn you, if in fact there are traces of this poison in her body, you can expect the district attorney's office to bring 2 counts of murder.
Thank you, Judge.
Section 261 should be up there.
Here it is.
Hey! Over here.
You're making a big mistake.
You made the mistake, Kloster.
You should have had your first wife cremated, too.
Sorry for the delay. We know how important this is, so we wanted to make sure. There was no poison in the body. We didn't find a thing.
Impossible.
The woman died of natural causes. We're sure of it.
Thank you, Mr. Monk.
What for?
Our little game. To be honest with you, I'm sorry, it's over.
Excuse us. Very good. Underneath you, young man. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for your generous support. We're going to begin the exhibition in just a few minutes. International Grandmaster Patrick Kloster will be playing simultaneous matches against 4 of the highest-ranked players in California. It should prove to be very exciting.
Oh, there's that kid from the park. What a geep. It's a geep. It's a geek who's a little creepy. All right, Mr. Monk, I have to be honest. I'm still not quite sure why we're here. He won't talk to you. He won't return your phone calls. What can we do?
I don't know. But I can't just quit. To me, quitting would be like giving up. If I was playing against him, he'd have to talk to me, right?
Okay, wait here.
What's she doing?
She's flirting.
She's good at it.
Shut up.
She's definitely done this before.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got it down.
Thank you.
Mom, you remember my friend Eric? I told him about the case and about how you think Mr. Kloster killed his wife.
I believe it, too. Congratulations. You're player number 1.
You mean I can play in the tournament?
You're my proxy. It's in the bylaws. I can designate someone to take my place.
Thank you.
Don't bring out your queen too early. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome International Grandmaster Patrick Kloster.
Well, the tenacious Mr. Monk. Your threshold for pain must be extraordinary.
It's your move.
Yes, I know. Linda must have truly despised me to have brought you into my life. Mr. Monk. That's my piece, Mr. Monk.
I'm just centering it. You'll thank me later.
Mr. Monk. Mr. Monk, please. I pass. You can't pass. For the love of God, why don't you just resign?
How about this? If I win this game, you have to tell me how you poisoned your wives.
What are you talking about? I am not agreeing to that.
How about this? If we play to a draw, you come with me to police headquarters.
Mr. Monk, I'm not negotiating with you. When are you going to realize that it is over?
You're castling?
Yes, the rook and the king switch places.
They switch places.
Yes, it's the best way I know to get oneself out of trouble.
This is it. You came here that night before we exhumed your wife's body and switched headstones. That's why we didn't find any poison. So we dug up the wrong body.
Very good, Mr. Monk. You play a brilliant end game.
Right. Can I tell you something? I'm sick and tired of you talking like this, all these chess metaphors. 2 women are dead. They're not chess pieces, Patrick. They're human beings. I think they deserve better. Although, if you insist, checkmate.
Mr. Monk.
Derek just wanted to stop in and say goodbye. They found a full-time replacement for the class. She's coming in tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Monk. A good teacher merely explains, a great one inspires. I think you could have been a great teacher.
Well, I'll still be here. Just won't be teaching.
Oh, yes, your hypothetical murder investigation. How is that going?
Pretty well, actually. Thanks for asking. We just got a big break. Her eyeglasses.
Eyeglasses?
Beth Landau always wore glasses. Seems she was blind without them. But they weren't near her body or on the roof. Where are they, you suppose?
I don't know.
No, we'll find them. Tomorrow morning, there'll be about 200 police cadets here, searching every square inch of the campus. We'll find them. And when we do, we'll know where Beth Landau was killed.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Working late, Mr. Philby.
What's going on?
Mr. Philby, you're under arrest for murder in the first degree. Special circumstances.
Come on. That's insane. I told you I was...
Proctoring the SATs at the time, we know. It took me forever to figure out how you pulled it off. But then it hit me, you killed Beth Landau before the test started. You met her on the clock tower roof that morning at about 8 o'clock, 20 minutes before the test. Then you killed her, and you carried her body down the stairs to the clock room. This was inspired. She fell all right, but not from the roof. She fell from the clock. You laid her body out on the minute hand. It was 8:15, so the hand was perfectly horizontal. The SATs were to begin at 8:20. You had 5 minutes to get back to the classroom. Plenty of time. And you let gravity do the rest. It was just like one of your science experiments.
You took a pretty big risk, Philby, hiding the body in plain sight.
But it wasn't such a bad bet. That side of the tower faced the athletic field, which on a Saturday morning was completely deserted. Tick-tock. Until 8:25, when the body slid off the clock and landed on your car. You made sure that the alarm was activated so that everyone would know exactly when she fell. It was a perfect alibi. There was only one problem. The groundskeeper just happened to see you.
But you took care of him later.
I told you, Mr. Monk, a theory is just that unless you have some proof.
It's true. I don't have any proof, but you do. It's in your hand.
Oh, see, I found these on the roof. I think they're Beth Landau's. I think you're looking for them.
You didn't find them on the roof. You found them in the clock room under the gearbox because I put them there 2 hours ago. Only Beth Landau's killer would have known to look for them there. QED, quod erat demonstratum. Thus it is proved.
Get him out of here.
What's she doing here?
I asked her to meet me.
Oh, do you mind telling me why?
You'll see. Just wait.
Son of a bitch, he's back. Lieutenant, call the 23rd, get a black and white down here, ASAP.
Captain, no, not so fast.
What are you talking about?
I bailed him out last night, and I hired him.
You hired the streaker? To do what?
Son of a bitch. She can see.
She can see?
She can see.
Son of a bitch.
Sharona!
Justin?
What are you doing here?
Friend of yours?
We're still on for Saturday, right?
Okay, Mrs. Mass, when did you get your vision back?
A year ago.
It was your accident at the supermarket.
When I woke up, I had regained sight in my left eye. That's how it happens sometimes, after a blow to the head. It was a miracle.
But you didn't tell anybody.
No. No, you kept it a secret. If people believed you were blind, you could kill Sonny Cross. Nobody would ever suspect you.
Why would you want to kill Sonny Cross?
Revenge. He was driving the car that killed your parents and left you blind in Tampa 36 years ago. You knew he toured a lot. You waited for him to come through San Francisco, and eventually he did. They announced on the radio that Willie Nelson and his tour manager would be stopping by the station. So you got there early and put a note on the door. And you waited. Before you killed him, did you tell him who you were?
Yes. You killed my parents. This one is for them.
And you made sure that the second shot was from 20 feet away. A crime no blind woman could have committed. But then Willie Nelson showed up in that alley. You didn't count on that. You couldn't just leave the scene, so you had to pretend to be a witness.
Jason Cross served 1.5 years. Vehicular manslaughter? That wasn't justice. What I did last week, that was justice. How did you know?
I knew that Cross had been arrested in Tampa. When you mentioned that you'd grown up there, it seemed like a remarkable coincidence. But I didn't put it together until I remembered something you had done last week when you met Captain Stottlemeyer.
Me?
When you came in with your right arm in a sling, everyone in the room naturally extended their left hand to shake, including Mrs. Mass. This was before anyone mentioned you had hurt your arm. So how could she have known that you offered your left hand?
Thank you, Mr. Monk.
You're thanking him?
I am so relieved. It was tearing me up inside that poor man was taking all the blame.
You're gonna have to go to prison.
I understand.
Maybe I can talk to the DA about extenuating circumstances.
There's only one thing that I want.
What's that?
A window.
Hey, cop! Kiss my ass!
Don't move.
Can I be honest with you, sir?
All units clear the air. We're in pursuit of a hit and run. He's eastbound on Union.
This is my first car chase. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Carrie, come on, you can't believe a word my brother says. I was there. My father was not in his right mind when he wrote that second will, if he wrote it at all. Well, you know what? If the judge wants to rule against us, I guess we just have to appeal. Weybridge Books? I don't remember ordering this. Yeah, well, you know what? It's been 2 years. I'll probably die before I see a dime. Listen, Carrie, I gotta go. I gotta unpack. I've been here 6 weeks and my stuff is still in boxes. Bye.
Adrian Monk, old buddy, old pal, old chum.
Oh, buddy. What have you done with the real Captain Stottlemeyer?
What do we have?
A mail bomb. An ounce and a half of plastique with a magnesium charge.
There were 2 triggers. A chemical detonator wired to the wrapping and a motion detector. So when you opened it and moved it, boom.
Not hard to make.
Crude and unpredictable, actually.
Who's the victim?
Amanda Babbage, 35 years old. She lived here alone.
Nice house.
It was a lot nicer 2 hours ago.
Who the hell is that? Marion the librarian?
It's Adrian Monk. He's consulting with us.
Oh, he's not consulting with us.
Agent Grooms, you said you'd keep us local bumpkins in the loop. Give my man a couple of minutes, okay? What is it?
A knot. I've never seen one tied quite like that, have you?
No, I can't say that I have.
Street?
Yeah, that's part of the address.
Well, but this is McAllister Avenue, not street.
Part of the return address.
Return address is here. Bomb was addressed incorrectly. Please forward.
It's a change of address label.
Did she just move in?
That's right. She bought the house 2 months ago. Thanks.
Glad we could help.
Who would have found it?
Maybe.
Private nurse, private room. This guy knows how to take a nap.
He's the guy.
Who's the guy? Him? Monk, he's a vegetable. He's not even a vegetable. He hopes one day to be a vegetable.
Captain, listen. His sister moved 2 months ago. He is the only man in the world with a motive who wouldn't have known that. Also, look. Look at the knot. It's elegant. In my life, I've only seen one other knot like that.
At the bomb.
He's the guy.
Yeah, but Monk, he's been asleep since May.
I know.
The bomb was mailed 3 days ago. There's a postmark.
I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Oh, hi. I'm Sharona Fleming, and this is Adrian Monk. We're helping the police investigate.
He didn't wake up, did he?
No.
Thank God. Come on in.
Do you mind if we look around?
Go right ahead. I'm just the maid.
What is all this weird stuff? He was looking for a lawyer.
That's no surprise. He was suing his whole family.
No. These are criminal lawyers. Look at the name he circled. Scott Butterworth.
I know that name.
Suspended twice. He was a hack. Brian Babbage could afford any attorney in town. Why would anyone want to hire a bad lawyer?
Is that blood?
No, it's just ketchup. There's something you don't see every day. Excuse me. We noticed the ketchup bottles.
In the closet?
Why would he do that?
We were afraid to ask. Mr. Babbage hates questions.
What are you doing?
I always open the mail to pay the bills.
Oh my God.
Don't open that.
Hey!
Brian Babbage wanted to kill his brother and sister. He found a way to mail a bomb in May, but not have it be delivered until August. It was quite brilliant, really.
Yes, it was. Although by doing so, he violated 2 federal laws and a score of postal regulations. Go on.
When I recently saw some wallpaper peeling off a wall, it reminded me of the ketchup bottles in Brian Babbage's closet. They were glued to the ceiling. The glue was the key.
There was no glue in the bomb. It wasn't part of the bomb. It was part of the delivery mechanism.
Exactly.
It was an experiment, a stress test. The ketchup bottles weighed about the same as the mail bombs. He was trying to find out how long they would stick before they fell off.
I don't get it.
Tamil. 4 months ago, Brian Babbage went around the city late at night, cracked open the panel on a couple of these mailboxes.
These locks are pretty simple to pick. I've talked to my supervisors, but they don't listen.
Tamil.
Don't make waves.
Tamil.
Everybody just wants to hit their 20 and get out.
I can take it from here. Brian put the bombs in the mailboxes, but he didn't put them on the bottom with the rest of the mail. He glued them to the top. You see, it's a blind spot. Nobody ever looks up there. Why would they? 4 months later, the glue dries up, the bomb falls down, and the next day the mailman picks it up with the rest of the mail.
It was like a time-released mail bomb.
The U.S. Post Office unwittingly became the messenger of evil. Who'd have thunk it?
Well put, Tamil.
And by the time they were delivered, Brian had a perfect alibi.
He put himself in a coma? That's his alibi? That's the stupidest plan I ever heard of. He came this close to killing himself.
I was stumped too, but then I realized that wasn't his plan at all. No one would plan to be in a coma.
His idea was to get himself arrested so he would be in jail when the bombs were delivered. That's why he tried to lead us on a car chase. He figured he'd be in jail for 7 or 8 months.
He even picked out a terrible lawyer to make sure that he wouldn't get off.
But he screwed up and he hit a truck.
And then a car, then another car.
Brian Babbage stumbled, literally by accident, into the best alibi in the history of crime.
I mean, where's your proof?
Brian Babbage woke up this morning. I've arranged for all of us to pay him a little visit.
This is going to be great.
Not you.
Mr. Babbage?
Maria.
Oh, you're awake. It's a miracle. I came as soon as I heard. Sorry about your sister and your brother.
Thank you, Maria. The doctor just told me about them. I can't believe it.
I won't stay long. I just wanted to welcome you back, and I brought your mail.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I started
It's a
to open.
bomb.
Huh?
It's a bomb! Get down! Get down!
I can't help but wonder what made you think that was a bomb, Mr. Babbage.
Brian Babbage, good morning. You're under arrest for the murder of your sister, Amanda.
It's jungle out there, disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in charge here? It's jungle out